Hey guys, what is up? It's Rockados54 here, and I'm going to be starting kind of a new series for this YouTube channel, and this is not the same series that I was talking about in my Why I Haven't Been Uploading Recently video. That's a completely different series that will most likely, the first episode will be coming in December or January. But yeah, so this is going to be, it's just going to be normal movie reviews, but this is a special 5-part series called Take Your Word For It. Basically, my buddy Nathan, who you may have remembered from my huge movie pickups video, he gave me a bag, which the bag is right here, of 5 movies that he thought were bad. And I'm gonna do a review on all 5 of them. I'm hoping to watch one tonight. But yeah, so he gave me 5 movies that he thought were bad. And yeah, I watched one of them last night. I just sit there for 2 hours. But yeah, so I'm not sure if this is gonna be like a regular series, but let's just call this season 1 of Take Your Word For It. Because like Nathan, the guy that gave me the movies, he has 434 DVDs, according to him, at his house. And he said, I keep every movie, good or bad. So, yeah, so who knows if he has any more. Yeah, so I'm gonna be reviewing these 5 movies, but enough rambling. The first part of Take Your Word For It, Season 1, I'm gonna be reviewing Jem and the Holograms. Now, the movie is directed by Jon M and stars Aubrey Peoples as Jerica, or Jem, Stephanie Scott as Kimber, Aurora Perrineau as Shayna, and Haley Kiyoko as Aja, or however you pronounce her name. Now, essentially the plot is basically about this girl named Jerica Benton, who lives with her birth sister Kimber, and her 2 other sisters from, okay guys, I'm not sure exactly. I'm pretty sure that they're her 2 sisters from, like, different dads or maybe different mums, because she refers to them as her sisters in the movie, although all 4 of them live with their aunt. But she refers to all of them as their sisters, so I'm just assuming that they're sisters from, like, different dads, different moms, who knows. But, yeah, so, essentially, you know, it's this girl named Jerica who lives with her 3 other sisters, Kimber, Aja, and Shayna, and they also live with their Aunt Bailey, played by Molly Ringwald, who she looks pretty good for her age, I will say. I was expecting her to look, like, really old, like, in her 50s, and have, like, old, wrinkly skin, but no. She looks way different because she's a blonde in this movie, but, you know, that was a good role for her as the aunt. But anyway, the plot is, you know, basically the 4 of them, and they basically they decide to, they've always had a thing for music because their father was I'm pretty sure he was a pretty big music producer in this movie. And then, Jerica puts, a video of herself in, a costume performing an original song, and then Kimber uploads the video without her permission, keep in mind. And she, so then she, puts the video on YouTube, and she just blows up in popularity. And then this owner of a record company played by Juliette Lewis, she sees potential in Jerica and her sisters and decides to make them into big stars. But then stuff happens, bad stuff happens, and throughout the whole thing they're trying to because their dad died. Jerica and Kimber's birth dad unfortunately died, but he left this one thing with them, this one invention that he made that he was never able to finish because he died before he could finish it. And they're trying to piece together the clues and find out what their dad's trying to tell them. So there's also a bit of a subplot there. Now, I heard so many negative things about this movie. like, it got like a 4 out of 10 on IMDb. I don't know the Rotten Tomatoes score. I'll put it up in the video, what the Rotten Tomatoes score is. But also, like, on Common Sense Media, it got like 2 out of 5 stars on that. And, like, the thing is, I also heard that this movie got pulled from a lot of theaters, like, after only 2 weeks of it being released. And this was done by Universal. So this was done by a major studio, the same studio that made so many, you know, great movies, you know, such as, I'm just going to name off a few offhand, American Pie, Neighbors, Straight Outta Compton, some of the Chucky sequels. I'm not sure if they made all of them, but some of the Chucky sequels at least. Bruno is another one. They've made so many good movies over the years. And this was done by a major studio. As I just said, it was done by Universal. And it got pulled from theaters after only 2 weeks and didn't even make half its budget. The budget was only $5 million, and it only made $2.1 million at the box office. Which, that's pretty sad. Like, if it's done so bad from the opening weekend that you have to pull the movie entirely, like, come on. Then again, my buddy Joseph, Joe's the Joe side, he told me that apparently Sacha Baron Cohen is thinking of retiring from comedy for good because of how badly the Brothers Grimsby did. Because he said where he lives, the Brothers Grimsby was only in theaters for 2 days. Here where I live, it was in theaters for like a week or like a week and a half or something. But, like, you shouldn't, like, just because of one bad misfire, you shouldn't quit. But anyway, back to the movie. As I said, I heard so many negative things about this movie. And guys, this review's already 7 minutes, and I haven't even gotten into my thoughts. So I'll do that right now. Since I heard this was a really bad movie, I'm just going to say my personal thoughts on this. I don't think it's a bad movie. But does that mean I like it? No. I don't think this is a bad movie, but I just personally didn't like it, and it's not what I'm into. I was actually kind of expecting this to be more of, like, kind of like a comedy, but it's more of a drama for, like, almost like for kids. Yeah, and also, guys, look at this. Freaking Blumhouse produced it. Yeah, you heard me right. Blumhouse, the same company that produced so many horror movies. Well, actually, that's kind of appropriate that they would produce this. No, just kidding. But seriously, I was shocked when Blumhouse produced this. And, you know, Jason Blum, he was one of the producers. And Scooter Braun was one of the producers, who, if you don't know who he is, he's Justin Bieber's manager. And, yeah, so guys, like, I'm just, like, again, as I said, my thoughts, I don't think this is a bad movie, but I just personally didn't like it, and it's just not what I'm into. Like, I can't really think of anything to, like, really go into detail about what I didn't like. It's just, it's not my kind of movie. Like, it's definitely more of a movie that kids would enjoy. And Nathan, since I know you're watching this, what was going through your mind when you bought this? Anyway, I'm not gonna judge him, but yeah, guys, so if you're like a kid between the ages of like 5 to 10 years old, I'd say, you'd probably enjoy this, but anybody older than that, I would say skip it. Guys, I'm gonna give Jem and the Holograms a C-. I know that, like, this review wasn't really in-depth, but I couldn't really say anything I liked or disliked about the movie. It's not my kind of movie. I personally didn't enjoy it. I'm not saying it's bad, because I know some people are going to find a lot of enjoyment in this movie, so I'm just not... I can't really go into detail about what I liked, what I didn't like. But the one thing... Well, no, there's one thing I did like. At least the song Young Blood that they did... That song was actually pretty good, I will give it that, but yeah, so sorry that this review wasn't really that in-depth. I know a lot of my other reviews have been that way, like my Sausage Party review was really in-depth with what I liked. But yeah, guys, so that's pretty much it for this review. I'm gonna be doing day 2. In fact, I'll pick the one for day 2 in here, but I'm not gonna show it to you, I'll just pick it at random. thought one of them fell out. Okay. Okay, I don't think you guys could see it. So, okay, the one I just picked was the one I'm going to be watching tonight. Hopefully you guys didn't see what it was, but anyway, guys, that is all for this review of Jem and the Holograms and episode 1 of Take Your Word for It. But yeah, guys, so that is all for this review. Subscribe for more content. Please leave a like on this review if you did enjoy it. Again, subscribe for more content, and remember, you guys... And actually, hold on, that reminds me of one thing I didn't like. The movie's called Jem and the Holograms. Throughout the whole movie, they just call it Jem. The phrase Jem and the Holograms doesn't even appear until the very end of the movie. Like, come on, and it's like a full half hour before they... half hour, it's a full hour, which is like halfway through the movie, before they even, before they even really get famous. But anyway, guys, this review is getting really long. I need to make my movie reviews shorter, I know. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Please leave a like if you did. Subscribe for more content. And remember, you guys, whenever looking like you're from the 80s, say no to drugs.